Hey everybody, Danny Hauger here. Had a wonderful week in Nashville, Tennessee. Really one of the best adventures I've had so far on Danny Hauger Travel podcast, and I'm here to tell you all about it and show you some of the amazing sights and some of the wonderful sounds which are really what is going to draw you to this special city, Music City. First thing I want to do is thank Visit Music City and Music City Tourism. If you come to Nashville, pick up one of these VIP attraction star cards. They will save you a lot, but will also outline some of the key attractions in the city to visit, and I'm going to talk about some of them and what makes them really outstanding. So I've been here for about 4 days and had a really stellar time enjoying the music, the live sounds, the attractions, the food, and I have to say this city is second to none for live music. I've never come to a place and seen back-to-back-to-back live music. And that sounds like, oh, okay, Danny, sounds good. There's 3 places. There are 30, 40, 50 locations all side by side with full live bands and musical accompaniment, playing some of the best popular songs from many different decades, playing country hits and all blending variations therein. And we had just an overwhelmingly good time walking place to place, really friendly staff. There were no covers anywhere during the weekdays when we were here, and had a fantastic time just taking in the vibes, looking at the artwork, the decoration, the interior design. Had a really wonderful time. You'll see some of the footage here from some of the shots. For copyright reasons, we won't be showing you a lot of audio here, but we'll tell you that we heard artists from our favorite bands. We heard a lot of popular country songs that you'd expect to hear, like a very homey and friendly place to engage and enjoy live music and a good time together. And I think that's what Nashville is really all about. I can't say either that we had a bad experience at any location that we went to. We walked in and out of several places. We sampled what was on the menu. We enjoyed the music and lots of different talented artists. Too many to name. We had a great time with Raleigh Keegan last night as he was playing at the Wild Horse, which is maybe my favorite venue just for the large stage, the huge double video screens aside the stage, the beautiful dance floor. There was free line dancing instruction in the evening. Wonderful, wonderful time, and everywhere we went seemed to be the same. So as far as specific recommendations for Broadway and for downtown, really I think it's to your particular taste, because there's different kinds of music being played in each location, different menus, lots of specials, lots of happy hours, and a really enjoyable time for everybody. And I was also amazed to see how many families there were out and about, children of all ages with their parents, enjoying music walking along the street and stopping and listening to artists who were performing inside. Really wonderful. Now let's talk a little bit about sights before we wrap up. What do you want to see when you come to Nashville? The first thing that we did on the Star Attractions VIP Pass was travel a few miles out to Belle Meade Plantation. Really loved the history. As I wrote in the TripAdvisor and Yelp reviews, you see a lot of historic sites, and probably every city has a couple of buildings or mansions or large estates where you can visit and learn the history. And just because a place is old doesn't make it interesting. What was really cool about Belle Meade, and maybe it's because I've been to Canada the last few years, love visiting Canada, was learning your country's history is neat. Going back and feeling like you're 100 years in the past was really unique, and this was the first time I'd ever heard on a tour where the docent Dalton, who was very fantastic and a really good instructor, he'd make a great teacher one day. It's a weird thing to say, it's a teacher's perspective, my little personality coming out here. But what he said was that the Historical Society has gone through great lengths to take a photograph of Belle Meade in the hallway. All the estate, all the furniture, all the artwork had been sold at auction years past, and they have slowly been going to antiques shows, been hearing from references, been spotting the pieces with the signatures of the family and bringing them back into the museum. And I had never heard of a museum or a historic house doing anything like that. So I felt like this is a place, Belle Meade Plantation, that cares about the history, validating the visuals, and bringing the home back together to look as much as it did 100 and 150 years ago. Really fascinating story of Iroquois, the champion racehorse, the family's ups and downs through history, the changing of horse racing, and I had no idea that that plantation has become so famous for that. So if you're into that story or that kind of history, that is an absolute must. I would rank that a 10 out of 10, and had a really nice meal there as well. Just south of Nashville, we met with Giovanni and his studio there that's been there for a few years and has recorded really well-known artists like the Wallflowers and Big and Rich, just to name a couple. And you can go to the record shop's website, we'll put that up on the screen, if you are interested in touring or recording. Because Giovanni is something special, I feel like, in the area. He's been here for several years, he's watched the industry change, he's watched studios open and close, and he has remained friendly, honest, and genuine, really cares about the artists he works with, and is one of, I would say, the few studios that accepts music of all varieties and is really into working with a variety of different creatives. So we had a fantastic time. I sat in for an hour or so, recorded some of my music, Danny Hauger music, that's available on iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon, and I'll give you a little sample of that at the end of the video. If you're interested, stay with that. And I just had a wonderful time to be able to come to Music City and sit down in a working professional studio and lay down some of my original tracks is something that I'll never forget, and it's something that I'll have as a memento and a souvenir forever. So that was really spectacular and special. Aside from that, guys, there's a lot to see, and we ended our trip this evening at the Grand Ole Opry and had one of the best live performances that I've ever enjoyed and experienced. I love radio, so to combine radio and music, some of the best country artists from now, and we had artists who were in the Country Music Hall of Fame perform, artists that were on that stage in the 1960s, and it really felt like it brought the whole trip to fruition. Don't come to Nashville without visiting the Opry or going to see one of the amazing live performances at some of the larger venues. They're spectacular. Enjoy the city. Nashville has a lot to offer. If you like live music or country music, this is really the mecca or the haven or the super place to go, because there is more here than anywhere else. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, the photos, and this edition of Danny Hauger Travel Podcast. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's an absolute pleasure to review Nashville. Thank you to Music City Tourism and Visit Music City for bringing me in and having me experience Tennessee for the first time in my life. I'm sure I'll be back to this region not too far away in the distant future. So thanks so much. I'm Danny Hauger, and we'll see you on the next edition of Danny Hauger Travel Podcast. Don't forget to watch the old episodes, listen, like, subscribe, follow my music and inspiring teachers, and I'll see you on our next travel adventure. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, slow dance. Well, I was wondering if you someone else, 'cause I just wouldn't do. And I was wondering if you would share a slow dance when the lights all turn blue, and now it seems like the perfect time. We'll stand real close and move with me, and don't worry, 'cause I'll remember only the good times tonight. this nice moment. It could be a memory, and that you'd want to hold on to. 10 years from now, that's something we remember when and look back fondly on this time.